Okay.
When they come across and they see a Caribbean Virgin Island Caribbean young queen, how you gonna judge the Q&A? How you gonna say you're gonna represent the nation of the Virgin Islands and support the work of the president of the Virgin? How do you say that? And all of us were just like Florida. And again, this was after.
What year are you in from?
Senior year.
Okay.
And they were
Typing in the description.
This was not a
UVI
conversation of people just being angry. And I want to say it on air so people can clear it up.
Music
This is beyond.
Senior. When you're doing the session, let me know so I can make sure I get it. You doing the idea already?
No, I can do it again.
Okay.
Ready?
1 second. Speaks with So what's the name of the event this weekend?
Jazz by the Sea.
This weekend's Jazz by the Sea. Sunday? At what time?
5.
Sunday.
Because I'm going to make sure that we're going to make sure that many other people are going to make sure that this is a total disaster. You don't do this to our young ladies. You just don't.
At Coral World, right?
Yes.
To have this sort of circus to take place during the decade of the Afro-descendants as declared by the United Nations, it really hurts our collective pride. It's like, and you know who loves this and who will be very glad that this happened?
I
President
am
Trump. Because this
ready.
here is a representation
ID?
of his thinking.
Hey, it's your girl Nisi, and you're grooving with WUVI 97.3 FM, the voice of the universe.
Good day, good afternoon. This is WUVI 97.3 FM, the voice of the university, and today we had a special guest in the building, Mr. Sherwin Williams. How's everything going today, sir?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by the university, the WUVI radio station. How do you like the radio station so far?
Well, it's nice. I've been here a couple of times. You know, did an interview, and then I called in, did an interview over the phone one time. So.
Right. So you're here, so.
What'd you say?
A novice, not a newbie.
Yeah, I'm not a novice.
Right.
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 Not new to this.
Yeah, that's what's up, man, because we are a radio station for music, so it's good to have another musician here, you know, with the saxophone player, you know, the jewel of the island, you know. I heard a lot about you, a good saxophone player, and how you just kill it in the sax, so you be killing it. So just do a little bit about yourself, like what year you are in UVI and things like that.
Okay, well, I am a 21-year-old senior music education major here at the University of the Virgin Islands, and I was born here, St. Thomas, raised here. Product of the public school system. Went to Ebony Durham High School. And
Never raised.
Yeah. And now I'm here, and I've been doing a lot of work in the community and a lot of other community service, but as well as things that would help me enhance my career. And I'm just very grateful for the whole experience.
Right. That's what it's about, getting experience, you know what I mean? Gaining that knowledge to prosper in this world of life, you know what I mean? So how did you first get interested in music? Was it in Economy Ken or middle school?
Well, no, it was very young. My parents were always, playing music in the house, and not just clean up on Saturday morning music.
Right.
Talking like every day, and we were we're a Christian household, and so my my roots run deep in the church, and so I grew up in church. And the minute when I turned about 6 or 7, around there, I was introduced to just like different instruments. I started off with the guitar, and then my first instrument was really the drum set. I like to say like my first official instrument was the drums, because I didn't really walk out with guitar at first.
Okay.
But eventually I progressed, and I was blessed to be able to play different instruments, and fell in love with the saxophone later on.
Right. So what is about it, the saxophone? Because like I play music myself when I was first dived into the violin, playing the violin, and just being around an environment of different instruments. I always wanted to have the knowledge of knowing to read music and playing other different instruments. You know what I mean? So what made you gravitate from the guitar and the drum set towards the sax?
I think the one thing that made me become interested in the saxophone, my mom had a record, a CD, let me not say record, kind of, a CD of a player named Ron Blake. He's a Virgin Islander, born here. He's the saxophone player in the SNL Saturday Night Live band. And when I first heard him play, I listened to like all his CDs, and for some reason that sound just like resonated with me. And I mean, when I chose the instrument in school, when I had the opportunity in elementary, like 4th grade, they kind of lay out all the instruments, and it's like, okay, well, which one would you like to play? Right. I don't think that I had an idea of what the instruments were in any specifics, but for some reason I gravitated towards it. I didn't know that was the instrument that produced that same sound, but for some reason I guess fate kind of just led me in that direction. So I chose that, and there we are now.
It's working out, man. I feel like people are like destined to do things that they're born to do. You know what I mean? I was talking to Greg from the Dark, and he mentioned you. He's like, people like Sherwin, they're born to do it. You're born to play the sax. You know what I mean? So that's like that's embedded in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, going to different musics and different musicians. So what other musicians inspired you?
That's a very long list. But if I had to narrow it down to like maybe the essentials that helped me in my upbringing, I attribute a lot of my knowledge now and inspiration to a lot of the local musicians. First, starting with my school teacher. So there's a Kelly Charles, in elementary. It's a Calvin Jones, and it's a Terrence Corbett in middle school, and then there's Deion Donadell in high school. Later on, I was introduced to Mr. Deion Parson, who I later learned played with Ron Blake. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like dream come true a little bit, until I got to actually meet Ron Blake through that network through Deion Parson. So he's a pretty big inspiration to me as well. Not only have I been able to study under him, but I've also been able to, kind of pursue a mentorship with him, where, he guides me not only in things related to music, but just in life in general. And I think that's like something that's a little missing from like, in the community, where those who have been through experiences and those who have been through life, kind of, grab the next person that's coming behind you and let them know, well, this is how I went about it. Right. And you don't have to do it this exact way, but maybe you can figure out something from what I did. So like and then there are others such as I mentioned Ron Blake, which is my biggest. I also listen to a lot of Grover Washington, Grover Washington Jr. Right. Man, I could go on forever, but
that's how it is. That's good. There's multiple people to draw inspiration from, and like you gotta learn from the greats to be great. You know what I mean? Tell us about this Jazz by the Sea. It says United Jazz Foundation presents Jazz by the Sea, featuring musical talent of the Virgin Islands. Shutdown Band is going to be there. It is on Sunday, September 15th, 2019 at the Coral World, right?
Yes.
Evening from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and doors open at 5 p.m. It is $10 for adults, $4 for students, UVI students, and tickets are at the door. So make sure you come out, celebrate, and enjoy some music. You know, it's Jazz by the Sea. So you will be performing?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll be performing alongside my band, the Shutdown Band, and the Shutdown Band is not new to the UVI community. You know, we've done a lot. We've done a lot of performances on campus and off campus. You know, that represent UVI, and you know, we're kind of proud to be a student-based group. And it's not solely UVI students, but it is you know, out of the same, you know, that same generation, like just like of young people. And we just love to play the music. We love to try to stretch as far as we can, as far as like perpetuating it. So finding ways to perpetuate the music. So on Sunday you're gonna hear a lot more than the norm, or more than what you might consider what the general population might consider like jazz. You know, we're gonna do a little bit more than just like, you know, traditional stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love doing the traditional music, and I advocate for you know, cultural music, Caribbean music. So a lot of those things are going to be integrated into what we're going to be producing and presenting on Sunday. So, you know, I urge all the students out there. I even gave a little presentation in one of my classes, you know, for the students to come out. You know, come on out, listen, come and hear the Shutdown Band. But more importantly, you know, you want to support the UVI community. You want to support, you know, you want to support live music.
Exactly.
You know, live music is something that's kind of dying in this day and age. But you know, there is, you know, a little flicker of hope, and those of us who try to keep it going and try to perpetuate it. So
so this is a new, fresh band, Shutdown Band.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, we've been in operation for, how long have we been? It's about 2 years now. Yes, it's about 2 years.
2 years. That's what's up, man. I've never heard of it, but it's good to, you know, bringing this knowledge to me. You know, more things like that need to be addressed and shared for the people to know. You know, we got a young man like you doing things, you know, bringing live music back. You know what I mean? So tell us a little bit more about the Shutdown Band and probably the members, or not if you don't want, but like give the background of the members and what instruments they play.
Okay. Well, we have a first starting with the rhythm section. Our original drummer, Mr. Howard Peters. He was the first percussion major from the music education department, studying under D.M. Parson. Our guitar player, Kiana T. Joy, she's like an engineering major, if not, I think physics major. We have Samuel Williams. He's a graduate of UVI in mathematics. And we have Kason Thompson. He's a sophomore, current sophomore, music education major. You know, myself, and there's other students that, you know, that are associated and that perform with us as well. And we're open to a lot of things. Kason plays the bass. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he plays the bass. He's, you know, multifaceted. He's multi-talented. And you know, the members are just like great. You know, we're more of a family now. I mean, and it's like, you know, when you're doing something that you love to do with people that you love, it makes it even more exciting. You know, it's worth it. You know, and all while perpetuating, you know, good music, or perpetuating a culture that is, you know, going to be passed on for as long as, you know, we live.
Yeah, the culture that's needed. You know, music is energy, and people can feel it, and energy can change the way, you know, people feel, and emotions, the positive vibrations are needed.
Absolutely.
So we got catering from Nibs, providing great food and beverages for purchase, and art exchange will feature local artists in the courtyard. Once again, it's at the Coral World Ocean Park, Sunday, September 15th. The music begins at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and the doors open at 5 p.m. Once again, $10 for adults, $4 for students, and tickets will be at the door. Yes, sir. Featuring musical talents of the Virgin Islands. A lot of musical talent of the Virgin Islands. We wanted you to check this out. We are here with Sherwin Williams. This is WVI 97.3 FM. So, you said you're a senior, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is your plans after graduation in music, or what you're passionate about? And would you plan on staying in the Virgin Islands or going to the States?
Well, I am passionate about music, first of all. And I do plan to go abroad, and I would like to start, performing, but I will go on to grad school, and complete a master's program. I'm definitely going to start my career as far as traveling and performing on a professional level. And yes, I do have plans of returning to the Virgin Islands and one day hopefully teaching here at UVI, as well as other supplementary programs in the community. In fact, I thought about creating a program myself, but there are many programs such as like the United Jazz Foundation that I've been a part of that helped mold me to where I am now. That I could also be a part of and help give back to the community. So
Speak on how the United Jazz Foundation helped molded you, and to people that don't know what United Jazz Foundation is.
Well, the United Jazz Foundation is headed by Mr. Dion Parson and his wife Nicole Parson, and it's the foundation helps bring. Well, this is more of a personal definition. I would say it helps bring hope to the community through the art form of music. You know what I mean? And particularly for me, when I was in high school, I used to see them coming to the school. They brought in artists from abroad, people that and that you see like on the screen, and you're like, wow, I wish I could meet them. And then here they are in your class giving a lecture or giving a workshop. And you get hands-on and one-on-one sessions with these people. And the United Jazz Foundation, they really gave me the opportunity, and countless opportunities I might have, to expand on what I was taught here in the public school system. And they really want to help the situation here. It's not a perfect world, but what the work that United Jazz does really is it's supplementary to all the good that's going on here in the Virgin Islands. And so providing students with opportunities, providing students with training, bringing these professionals here, so that the student musicians here, can develop a little more, and then just kind of providing that hope that everybody can overall benefit.
Right.
From.
That's good, man. That's something that's needed and something that I didn't know about and that I'm interested in now hearing you speak about it. So that's a very good initiative, very good. Shout out to United Jazz Foundation for bringing that positive, energy to the world. So what advice would you give up and coming or high school students aspiring to be a musician and play an instrument that they're passionate about?
Well, I would say do the work. It's a lot of times, and you can ask a lot of those older musicians. The one thing that they will say is maybe they regret not spending more time doing this, spending more time doing that. Sometimes we don't see the value in some of the legwork that we have to do, and it could be a little mundane. Practice can be boring. You know what I mean? But it's all about knowing what the value in that is and that thing is, or it might be difficult, but knowing what the value in it is will drive you to push harder towards it, or to find a smarter way to go about it. And right there could be an invention of a whole new thought process or a whole new method of
Exactly.
And so that would be my encouragement. Do the work. you have to listen. As a musician, you have to listen.
Yep.
You have to listen. You have to listen. That's like 90% of the battle. You know what I'm saying? I would also encourage everybody to, develop other skills as well. And when I say other skills, I mean like communication skills. That's like really important.
Yep.
Like if you talk to a lot of the musicians that are doing business out in the community and even doing business abroad, half of the times, or majority of the time, they get that business based on the relationships that they foster with people and how they communicate. How they perceive like those people in the community, the businesses in the community.
Right.
And that's a big aspect of it, because in a sense, once you start to do this professionally, this is your business. You know what I'm saying? You are a business.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna put your business on the line because of poor development.
Right.
And you have to. It's something you gotta be honest with yourself about. I when I started playing, I would not go to a mic and announce or give a speech or anything like that, or like just say anything. I just wanted to perform, play my sax. Maybe I say my name, say what I'm gonna play, and then play. But now I'm able to communicate. I'm able to express my views to the audience. I'm able, I'm still a work in progress, but I know now the benefit and that, and the fact that now there is power in what we do as musicians. Like we're reaching people in two different ways. You know what I mean? Like you're reaching them like subconsciously.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you're reaching them like physically. Like they're hearing what you're saying. Some messages might get across to them, some might not. But that all depends on your how you convey that message as well. So work on your communication as well.
Alright, you hear that, young up-and-coming artists? Communication is the key. So we are here once again. Sherwin Williams, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Jazz by the Sea, presented by United Jazz Foundation, Shutdown Brand, featuring musical talents of the Virgin Islands, will be Sunday, September 15th, 2019, at the Cold World Ocean Park. The music begins at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and doors are open at 5 p.m. Tickets are $10 for adults and $4 for students, and tickets will be at the doors. Make sure you come out, enjoy some jazz by the sea. This is WUVI 97.3 FM, the voice of the university.
Hey, it's your girl Nisi, and you're grooving with WUVI 97.3 FM, the voice of the university. Broadcasting from St. Thomas and St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands.